Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you're a returning gazer, hi guys, I hope you're all doing great. Thank you so much for being here. Today is a very special day. Well, actually it's tomorrow, but I'm taking the day off tomorrow because it's a very special day. It is the solstice, the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So wherever you are, I'm wishing you an absolutely beautiful day. It's kind of like that big culmination, right? The culmination of the light. We celebrate the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. We celebrate the harvest beginning to come in. So this is a great time to cleanse, to ask for your wishes, to set your manifestations. And we just had the full moon in Sagittarius. Very disruptive times, right? Lots of things going on. This is the opportunity for us to set forth a new path. Let's put that over here. That's white sage, and clear everything out for us. So I have a couple things to read about Litha, and then we will get on with the reading. I like to think these types of readings, we're going to set the intention for 6 months out, right? Until the next solstice. So depending where you are, it'll be the summer or the winter, but no matter what, it will be from now until December. Okay, so we have Litha. Litha is midsummer, the summer solstice, when the sun's power is at its height. Bonfires are lit to celebrate the shortest night on Midsummer's Eve. This is a time of peak growth, as the long summer days warm the earth. It is a time of magical potency, drawing down the radiant strength of the sun to empower any undertaking. Take advantage of this time of empowerment to do work that will advance your goals, both magical and mundane. Your personal charisma is strong. Your fiery warmth will attract others. Community connections thrive as you share common ideas. Something to be aware of is something or someone may be dampening your inner life. Look for its cause and work to remove barriers to empowerment. Keywords: power, radiance, longevity. Affirmation: I am filled with radiant and joyful power. Let's say it again. I am filled with radiant and joyful power. The challenge: what is your greatest strength? What is your greatest strength? Let me do this and the light comes through. It was doing it the other day too. We're just going to enjoy it, right? The different times of year have different things happening. And we will close the reading up with an ogham also about Litha. So yes, my family and I will be lighting a bonfire tonight. We will be making our wishes every Sabbath. The eightfold wheel, we go by the eightfold wheel, the Druidic calendar, the solar year, right? So every Sabbath is the solstice or the equinox and the cross quarter days between. We light fires and we make wishes, set our intentions. Whew. We've got jumping out. Look at that, the acrobat, page of stones, and Psyche the world. Look at that. And again, that affirmation of getting to work, right? Setting our intentions and the world, getting it out in there in the world, completing cycles. And again, Psyche. I absolutely love that it's Psyche in this deck because the world, right? Those completions that we come to, often they are mental, often they're psychological. There's something about our physiological nature that changes, right? When we come to those conclusions, when we come to those conclusive ends to situations, to lessons, to circumstances in our lives, right? There's something about it that grows us, and that chapter is complete and we are graduated. We are ready to go out into the world. The acrobat, nimble, agile, healthy, strong, right? And well balanced, the acrobat. Very well balanced. The page of pentacles, the page of pentacles. That is the learning with the poet on the bottom. Guys, wait till we read Call from the Celtic tree runes. It is the time of poetry. It is the time of writing, right? This is about decisions being made and which direction are we going with those decisions. Let's get some more about this, please. It's going to be a little bit different of a reading. It's going to be like we used to do, I feel. Good, good, good. Ace of Scrolls, Five of Stones. You know, truths coming out about where we are and what we're leaving behind. Wow. And then the next one is the Nine of Scrolls coming out. And it's very interesting because both of them have their heads down. Both of them have this like melancholic sadness about them. And again, that feeling of what are we graduating from? What are we leaving behind? This truth comes through. This truth comes through the recognition of where we belong, what belongs with us, and again, what doesn't, right? What is welcome where we are? What is going to the place where we are going as well? And it feels like through this, you know, I'm hearing student loans, so that could be relevant for someone. It feels like there's a lot of anxiety being brought to you right now. Again, there's this idea of the Ace of Scrolls, right? This information, and then here she is in the Nine of Scrolls, and she's holding that scroll. She's holding that bit. Is that bit that's causing it, or is that the bit that's relieving it? Ooh. King of Pentacles coming out, the Minstrel. Again, that idea of creative expression, right? And there could be someone or something that's coming through that's very solid. Three of Mirrors. Wow, that's the Three of Cups. And again, that idea of reunion and joyfulness, people coming together. Now we have, ooh, Herne the Hunter, the Chariot. We love that. And we're coming out on the end with the Page of Mirrors, which is the Page of Cups, the healer, and the Divine Child, the Hierophant. There we go with that commitment. And again, learning, right? Creative expression. There's this little paintbrush. What is it that we create with our imaginations? What is it that we bring to into the fold, into the real? On the bottom, we have the 10 of Scrolls. Very interesting having that Ace of Scrolls and the 9 of Scrolls, and the overall energy for this reading is the 10 of Scrolls. That feeling of what has happened in the past needs to stay in the past. It again being done and over with. That idea of graduating from something completely and wholly in ourselves, right? We've changed, we've grown, we're the new now, and now. I'm hearing now, right? It's this idea of coming back together with things, reuniting with things that maybe have caused us to have to make that decision in the past, have to come to those conclusions within ourselves, and then really adapting to that, right? The Chariot card coming through here, giving us that head and heart decision, giving us that drive. Mobility is available to us now. So again, that feeling of, you know, working towards something and maybe getting a bit stuck, and feeling that maybe the community isn't with you on stuff. Maybe your your family isn't really seeing eye to eye with what it is that you've been working on, where it is that you'd like to be going, right? Causing a little bit of stress. I'm really feeling that, you know, as I said last night, it was really interesting too. I went to a writer's group last night. It was the first time I got to go. And it just started, like they just got together and began doing this a couple months ago. And the day that they were going to be doing it, I had all my stuff ready. I was walking out the door, my notebook and my purse, my keys in my hand. Literally walking out the door, my phone rang, and it was my brother telling me that he had just gone to my dad's house and found him passed away. And I set down all my things and went to my dad's house, and I hadn't been able to get back to that space, the writers group, right? And even that space, things change, things really change you when things like this happen, right? And the inability to find the inspiration, the inability to find the spark, the kind of like wandering through here, right? And a woman named Mary Jo, who I had only met one time when I got invited to the writers group, sent me a text message. I'm just going to show you this book. I promise this is relevant. She sends me a picture of this book, The Stargazer's inside the Stargazer's Palace. Well, I'm Heather Stargazer, and this is right up my alley. It talks about like all of the people in the background that helped bring astrological mechanisms, maps, printing presses, astrolabes, right? All of those things into use, right? What started modern science, from alchemical magic, and how during the medieval era and into the Renaissance, those two things began to change from being one thing, one perception of something, astrology being all the science, right, to being astrology and astronomy, right, for it to be alchemy and chemistry, right. These are where these things changed. And she sent me an image of this book because it had my name on it, and it reminded her of me, a person that met me one time. And then so I expressed to my mother in a conversation about how a lot of places had been making me feel left out, right? I had been feeling left out. I'd been rejected from a lot of things. And it was like one thing after another. I was getting rejection, and like, tossed out of places that I thought I belonged, or places that I would have really liked to be with, people that I thought I would like to hang out with or have in my circle, right? Things I gave my heart and soul to, and it was just like, nope, you're not allowed here, nope, closed door, letter of rejection, no, all these things. I was feeling really down, like, where do I belong? And I have all this loss in my life. And then Mary Jo sends me this image of this book that she got from our library, and was like, I hope you can make it to the writers group. And then my mom gifted me the book, and I started reading it. It was really just exactly everything that I was hoping and would love for it to be. And truly, it says there's magic in these pages. There is. So I get to the writers group, right? I go there last night, and it was absolutely wonderful. And one of the women there, an older woman, wrote a wonderful story about shoes, and she was like talking about how, her family doesn't really hear her. It's just like this thing that grandma does, this thing that Nana does, that she writes and she enjoys. It's like her hobby, but they're truly missing the grandeur, the talent, the expression, the wonderfulness of this woman's writing, right? Of her pieces. She wrote a story about shoes, and it was just, I was enthralled. Every person there was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And it was like, here is this place where the love and the wanted, right? And the genius isn't often recognized in their own home or in their own neighborhood. Like this woman with this extreme talent and love, and intelligence, right? So much to share, was gifting those things to us at this place. And I felt that I was invited into the place where I needed to be, right? And who knows what the future holds, but I'm expressing this story to you to let you know that it's kind of my example of what's happening on this board right now, and what might be, how things might be coming through for you in some regard. Like there's these little synchronicities, right? These little things that show us the way, that guide us. And if we are feeling left out, like we don't belong in some sort of a community or place where we are, even if we've worked really hard at it, even if you've invested so much time and energy into these things and your heart is really there's this culmination coming that says, maybe those places that you thought you were supposed to be aren't actually where you are. Get where you are supposed to be, where you are most needed. Get moving. Your head and your heart have a mission for you. The truth is coming through. You have a truth to deliver. Just like Mary Louise, the woman who wrote the story about the shoes. Just like Mary Jo, who invited us to the writers group, who sent me that book, right? It was like a combination of all of these energies coming together to get us all where we needed to be together, so that we could be heard, so that we could be seen, so that we could really truly appreciate the others around us. We were right, I'm hearing, in our nest, and it was absolutely beautiful. Menstrual of stones. This is the King of Pentacles energy, reliable energy coming through here. Is like when you get to that point and you get to the space of truth, of your truth, right? There is stability there, and there's the ability to sing and loyalty, right? And expression. And then the healing comes. And we are able to, once again, manifest those new traditions, manifest those lessons, really consider our emotional self, right? She's got a beehive here. It's all about the honey right now. The summer solstice, one of the animals, one of the spirit animals for summer solstice is the bumblebee, right? The land of milk and honey, making it good, really bringing yourself into the new and allowing yourself to be there, because it's where spirit needs you. Okay, it's where spirit needs you. Let's find out. This is a long reading. We're just gonna get some clarifiers. We're not gonna clarify everyone. How about that? Thank you, spirit. Oh, spirit, can you give us some clarification on some of these things? What do we have here? Patience. Oh, I love this. The wind. This is four of swords coming through here. These are the goddess cards, and so I have to make them YouTube friendly. Look at that. Patience, taking that moment. And the 9 of fire, it says integrity. Patience and integrity. Again, just because others don't see the value of the light that you're holding doesn't mean that you need to compromise yourself or shift that light in any way, shape, or form. I'm seeing this at 1555. All right. Have the patience with yourself. Have the patience with the circumstances. Take the breaks when they're needed to retain your integrity. And again, it's the 9 of Wands. It's saying, don't give up. You're almost there. This is the wounded warrior energy here. The sun and moon in Sagittarius. We just had the moon in Sagittarius, right? And again, that tumultuous energy that really, I'm hearing flippant. So maybe people were not appreciating the gravity or the gravitas of what it is that you're getting across, what it is that you're presenting to them. And that might be causing you some extra anxiety. Again, it wants you to be patient. Be patient and don't give up. Rest when you need to rest, okay? Because this evolution of self, this evolution of life and creativity is well needed, well warranted. Look at that. It's like you have a choice here. This is self-destruction. It's the asp, the snake, wisdom. Okay, if you stay within the skin in the shape and size that it is, it will confine you. If you refuse to shed that skin, if you refuse to grow, you will be cutting off your own mobility, right? This talks about having to shed that old skin, having to allow it to burn away and allow yourself to grow through it. Now we have 2 9s and 2 10s and the world card. Like the completion is here. It's like you're struggling through it. You know it's happening, but you're struggling through it. Listen, set your intentions. Again, the summer solstice, this joyful energy. And again, if you feel the need to scream, let it be in song. Sing, vocalize, chant. If you feel this restlessness inside of you, do some exercises, dance, stomp your feet on the ground, move around, let it get through you, okay? That's the process of you breaking free from it. Page of Pentacles, again. There's like earth sign child energy, that student energy, and again the acrobat. And here we go from the acrobat to the tumbling, learning, to the gracefulness, to the sitting, to the groundedness. Right? Feel like these roots that grow you, these things that you're learning, and it's so interesting because that child is holding a snail. Can you see it? Child is holding a snail. Slow and steady wins the race. And again, 5 of Pentacles. Wow, these are coming out twice here. 5 of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, both coming out right next to each other. Again, it says manipulation. And look at that. It's like a hand with strings. And it's also coming out with this integrity. Standing firm in yourself and not allowing others to manipulate you into actions, right? Those who can't see you, those who can't hear your gracefulness, those who can't hear the story, the truth in your story, right? And that's why it's important for you to retain that truth. That Ace of Swords comes through, that Ace of Scrolls, that message is coming through here, right? Standing firm in yourself, and again, taking breaks because the weight of this is a lot. And they could be using that as an element of pressure to try to push you into a action, a situation, a whatever it is, a context that's outside of what you know your light should be shining on, right? And then the wind, look, criticism, 999, and again, 9 of Swords coming out again. This is really giving you a lot of stress. This is really making you feel like you need to do this, or you're being forced into this. Again, take a step back. Take a step back. Okay, there's this idea of, the Page of Mirrors and the Hierophant getting like this could be getting through for like a publisher. This could be having somebody in a institutional space acknowledging that you are working hard, acknowledging your message. There's the Page of Cups. It's like this heartfelt message, right? Sincere commitment from maybe a King of Pentacles energy, somebody who's stable and reliable, right? Seeing the truth of the matter, seeing the truth coming through here, and bringing you some peace of mind. It says initiation and alchemy. I want you to see these. On the bottom it says Crone Ascension. This is the Earth Crone. This is the Queen of Pentacles now. This is interesting because it's the Goddess cards, right? So it's the Devil and the Temperance card. And yet they're coming out as Mary Magdalene and Bridget. Bridget is the goddess of fire. She's the goddess who we celebrate on Beltane. But again, it's Litha. We're going to be lighting those fires. There is this feeling of, healing ourselves and taking a break away from things that might have been toxic for us. Double energy came out in the reading last time. This is also, again, when we talk about that 6-month period here, you've got the Sagittarius and Capricorn here, which is the winter solstice, or the summer solstice in the winter, in the southern hemisphere. But it does talk about that amount of time. It talks about mixing these things together and allowing healing to come through. There might have been something that, again, these ideas of bad contracts or manipulation or something, or someone trying to keep you in a certain space, right? Or not allowing you to enter into their space, right, at 2222, and having take that time for healing, things mixing together. Again, expansion. Look, what is she creating? This one feels like there's this bottle. See, she's holding this. It's like the urn, right? Those oils. Are they snake oils? Being able, it's interesting too with this coming out with the Chariot, because it's like being able to get those two things together, your head and your heart, like that. Those could be the things that aren't mixing well together, right? What you want to do and what is expected from you by the other might not be mixing well together, right? This is about having, getting to that place that allows movement to occur. Can we just have one more, please? Can we just have one more? What's the outcome of this? Oh, we get 3 more. Look, 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, 9 of Cups. Listen, as much as you've been going through with these other things in these other spaces, and the Fool on the bottom, guys, we love this. We got the World, the 10 of Swords, and now we've got the Fool. Absolutely. Brand new renewal. Taking that leap of faith. Again, that showed up in the last reading. This is the reiteration of that. Perfect timing on the solstice. Joyful. Joy. Look at that. Joy. And she's riding on the dolphins. Confident. Attractive. Being able to manifest whatever it is that you want. And again, being able to display that, show that. Queen of Wands energy, fire energy, having the confidence and the know-how. And again, we have that King of Pentacles, right? And we have this 2 of Cups coming through, offering a commitment, offering an apology, offering something sentimental. Take it how it resonates, whatever it is. This is a much, much, much better place for you to be. This is where you can shine. where you can shine the most. Look, regeneration. Ooh, and it's coming right through the top there, that inspiration, being infused with that inspiration, and it bringing joy, it bringing happiness. Like she's riding on the dolphin there. You know what? That Mary Jo lady just texted me and said, I'm so glad you were there last night. You guys, I'm going to cry. Thank you. I am so glad to listen to the synchronicities. Okay? Go, follow, flow, because that's where that love, where you will find that soulmate energy. Wow. I know, because I was going to do this other thing, but I'm going to do this real fast. I want animal spirits. Animal spirits. Yeah. Whew. If you feel at all that you are being manipulated, coerced, stuck, right? If you believe for a second that those people can actually see your light, those that would hold you back, I need you to take a minute and look deep within about how that makes you feel. Do you see that light within you? Honor that light. That's your integrity, right? Honor that. Because the truth of it is that when we don't, then that's our own self-sabotage. That puts us right into our own self-destruction. It's time to grow. The universe does indeed demand that you indeed grow. Magic works through you. There's magic in these pages. The scarab beetle. That is some holy stuff there. Magic works through you. Light that candle. If you can have a bonfire, light the bonfire. Okay, call in and say, thank you, Spirit. Set your intentions for your wishes. We write our wishes on bay leaves and we put them into the fire and we watch them go. Look, surrender now. I'm telling you what. The moth and the scarab beetle. And then watch and wait. How beautiful. One more, Spirit, one more. It's interesting too, the watch and wait with the Four of Swords, with that feeling of just being patient. And again, temperance, just being patient. Surrender now, because such beautiful things are on their way to you. Embrace the in-between. Thank you, Spirit. That's why we had to get that one more card. Rebirth is assured. And it's the bat, the sonic, right? The reverberations of the sound waves, feeling it, and listening. All right. What angel is an ancestor? Or what angel or ancestor or guardian is watching over us today? Look at the earth. Earth guardians, stay rooted and grounded. Absolutely. With all these earth cards coming out here, stay rooted and grounded. And the arrows, surround yourself with protective energy. And I want to show you guys what's on the bottom. Summer. Bask in light and joy. And it's the bumblebee. Listen, now is the time. It is time for you to get grounded, right? Get grounded, put the earth energy, take your shoes off, go for a walk, and then surround yourself with protective energy and light. Don't let these other things infiltrate you. Don't let these other things interfere with you, right? If you're feeling like somebody's trying to coerce you or manipulate you into a position or into doing something, into an action, into a feeling, even if they're just making you feel some kind of way that isn't the way that you would like to feel or that you know you should be feeling, that is now it's time to enact protective mechanism, create a boundary, take a break, listen to your truth. If it's causing you anxiety and keeping you up through the night, there's a solution available to you, and it could be through change, right? Change of your perspective. And again, that's how we started this, that whole physiological difference that occurs once that change has happened, once that is manifested and you've gotten over that. It's like your body works differently, your mind works differently, maybe your sleep schedule is changed. Maybe you're eating different foods. I can't tell you what a difference it has made in my life, taking vitamins and having them stay in my body, right? So because so many things occur that cause deficiencies in other spaces, right? And we might not know how lacking we are until those spaces start to fill up. And then we're like, my God, how long was I living like that? And I think you're starting to come to that conclusion. Stay rooted, stay grounded, even if you are surrendering to the fact that you have to be patient, surrendering to the fact that there's a new awaiting. Take that leap of faith. All right. It's here for you now. Summer solstice. We're going to wrap up with Call Hazel, right? This is the Celtic tree rune for the summer solstice. The totems are the hare, the scarab, the tortoise and turtles, crab and salmon, and yes, bees as well. The deities are Gaia, the great mother goddess, like Sophia, Isis, and Fintan, the white ancient one. The letters C and K. It's a chieftain class, the ninth lunation. Water, the moon, bounty and abundance, intuition, wisdom, insight, knowledge, sage advice, divination, poetry, creative pursuits, higher perspective, clarity. The Call Hazel initiates in the ninth lunation and includes the celebration of summer solstice, also known as Alban Hruin, midsummer, and Litha. Here we give our gratitude for the abundance of Mother Earth. Hazel is about compassion and love for our friends and family, as well as safety and protection, which are important aspects of mothering and nurturing. Hazel supports our emotional life. She honors the moon and the waters of our planet. She supports creative expression in the form of story, poetry, art, song, and dance. Hazel brings clarity when we seek advice. The Om for this tree is Kal, and the letters are C and K. Your feminine nature, the energy of the moon, the lunar principle of receptivity and mystery, and the goddess Sophia of higher wisdom are all relevant now. Your female lineages have something to say to you, as do your spiritual heritages. Take some time in quiet to tune in and listen for their nurturing messages. Take your intuition seriously. Find time to sit by a body of water near your home, a lake, the ocean, a river, or a stream, or just a nice pond, bird bath, water feature, a puddle. Water is water, right? This tree suggests appreciation. Appreciation cycles. What cycle are you in right now? This tree suggests acceptance of where you are right now, as it is impossible to push the river. It is a time to give gratitude for all that you have and to honor the earth. Notice the abundance around you. This is a time for family and family reunions. This card invites you to find gratitude for all the mothers in your life. If you require nurturing, cultivate friendships that can support you. Nurture others. Mother each other with compassion. It may be time to heal the mother wound. Perhaps it is time for forgiveness. If you are a mother, make sure you are representing the best qualities of this role. If not, move toward changing your behavior. Be the kind of mother you would like to have had for yourself. Spend some time in nature and follow the course of the moon. Consider poetry, divination, and meditation. Call up your inner muse as you find inspiration here, and pay attention to your dreams and creative urges. You are offered wisdom that can be applied in any situation. Creative solutions are possible. Seek the advice of elders. And if you seek clarity, this card will offer sage advice. Go within and ask the ancestors for specific messages for you. The challenge here is, are you ignoring your intuitive knowing? Perhaps you don't like what you are sensing, as change is indicated. Even so, it is a time to pay attention to the wisdom that is offered to you. Are you resistant to advice? Are you cut off from other women, from the mothers in your life? Perhaps it is time to heal a mother wounding. Perhaps you are cut off from your family or your connection to Mother Earth. How do you mother yourself? It is a time to repeat. It is a time to cease repeating habitual negative messages to yourself. Instead, begin giving yourself the nurturing you require. Offer this to others as well. Too much criticism separates us from ourselves and others. Perhaps you are experiencing a creative block. It is time to learn new skills. Would it help you to work with others to overcome creative obstacles? If so, look to your community. Or it might be that you feel stymied in your pursuits and goals because you are not heeding your intuition. If so, go within and reconnect to your own inner knowing. The message here is, I represent your own inner wisdom. I am that small, still voice inside that is sometimes hard to hear. I stand up for the heart of wisdom that ensures life and health for you, your situations, and your mother planet. You'll find my speaking in the babbling brook or in a dense forest. You'll find me in the fullness of the summer sun. I am a part of the paradise in which you live. I produce the hazelnuts of wisdom and ancient knowledge. Please take care of me and of yourself and the children of this world. I am the birth of your own dreams and visions. Now is a good time to use your divination tools. It's also a great time to support others and act as a guide or helper. Wow. Again, that message of where are you needed, right? Because you might feel that your light needs to be shined in this specific space where you are and you're feeling like it's not being heard or you're being rejected from those spaces. And it's because your light is needed elsewhere. The universe is pushing you. Your guides are pushing you. Spirit is showing you that this is where you are needed. Okay? Gosh. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Happy solstice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing well for yourselves. Thank you for growing and evolving. And thank you for daring to take a leap of faith and not stay stuck. Oh, I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe. It really does help. It helps us grow this channel. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for coming and seeing us again next time. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.